1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Banjo land, Mike Heading here. I had a request from someone in the audience to do another backup lesson that wasn't in the key of G. So we're going to work on a beginner backup lesson today for She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain in the key of C. I've got 3 arrangements written up, 2 down the neck and 1 up the neck. And you're going to get a bunch of practice, again, playing just generic backup, staying away from the melody, and a whole bunch of practice transitioning around the neck. I'm going to break down all 3 arrangements note for note and then give you kind of a bunch of the concepts behind why I chose these rolls, why I chose these strings, why I chose these licks, kind of let you inside my head a little bit, again, so you can eventually create your own backup, which is the goal of any banjo player, to be able to play back up to a new song that you haven't heard before. And if you're watching the preview of this lesson, you can head over to my website, mikeheadingmusic.com, grab the full-length lesson. You'll get access to all the videos, and you can download the tabs and the practice tracks. All right, here's the backup arrangement to She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain in the key of C. All right, let's start breaking down this beginner backup lesson to She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain. So let me play the first 5 measures of the backup, and then we'll start breaking it down. Here we go. Do that a few times. One more time, a little faster. Okay, so we're going to start up on the 2nd string with our right hand, our thumb of our right hand. We're going to hit the 1st fret, 2nd string. Then I'm going to go up and do a forward roll, T-I-M, strings 5, 2, 1. And then I'm going to do another forward roll, 5, 2, 1, same right hand. And then our thumb could come back down if we want to loop it. So remember, with backup, there's no pickup. We're just, you know, the soloist would play the pickup, and we're just coming in on the beginning of the melody line. So let's loop measure 1 a few times. Using my thumb twice in a row there to help me play that first quarter note. It's 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So using my thumb twice in a row there actually helps me play that timing. It's also another kind of general rule in Scruggs style banjo that if you can use your thumb, you should. Your thumb has a little bit more power and control than your other fingers, so that's another good Scruggs rule. So I'm kind of thinking of that as just a generic sounding forward roll on a C chord, just something that you can roll in the background that's not going to get in the way of the melody line. That's a good one to have in your backup arsenal. That's a great backup lead lick. And then measure 2, we're going to do an open 2 hammer on the 4th string with a forward reverse roll. So strings 4, 3, 1, thumb, index, middle. And then up to the 5th string. And then a backwards roll, 1st string, 2nd string, 3rd string, and then 1 more 1st string. So we have. And if you're having trouble with that hammer on, just take it out at the beginning. Don't let that hammer on throw off your right hand. And the melody there, remember, is. So we're kind of staying away from that melody. We're not playing a roll that has a ton of melody or licks in it. We're just kind of doing a generic backup roll. Something like that. And again, you can hit the melody notes, so it doesn't mean when you're playing backup, there's kind of a general rule that you should stay away from the melody, and that's true, but that doesn't mean that you can never hit like the C note because the C note is the melody note. It just means you want to kind of stay away from being really busy on those notes, I think is a better way to think of it, at least at first. You can always change the rolls as you get better too, but this is just give you some ideas to start with, okay? So that's measures 1 and 2. Let's do it one more time. Now measure 3, we're going to do a little lick. We're going to hit our thumb on the 1st fret 2nd string, thumb again on the open 3rd string, and then an alternating thumb roll, thumb, index, thumb, middle with a pull off. And I like pulling down toward my palm to do that pull off. You could also push up if you wanted to. So we have. And then measure 4 and 5, we're going to go up and do that opening measure 1 roll we did twice. So not too hard there. We have a bunch of basic C rolls and then a little lick. That's all we're doing there, the first 5 measures. One more time, a little faster. Now measure 6, we're going to do a little, basically it's like a bass walk down to a G chord. So we're walking from a C to a G. So the notes we're going to use are 1st fret 2nd string, that's our C. And then we're going to hit that actually again. And then 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and then open. So it's important to hear and kind of understand the concept behind the walk. That'll help it make more sense. So we're going C, A, actually we're doing C twice. So that's just one way. You could also add more notes, like walk straight down the scale, C, B, A. But for this example, I just did the C twice, and I'll show you in a second how you could modify it. So measure 6 is thumb on the 1st fret 2nd string, quick thumb middle 5th string 1st string with your C down. Bring your thumb back up to the 2nd string, and then 2nd fret on the 3rd string. So we have. And then we're going to hit the open 3rd string for the beginning of measure 7. So we have. And if you wanted, again, a more notey version of the walk, you would do 1st fret, and then that thumb middle, now open 2nd string. So I just give it a little more scale movement for the walk, but I would do it the way as written. I think it sounds a little better, but you could try both ways. Let's do 5 and 6 together. Couple more times. One more time, a little faster. So what I want you to think about when you're thinking of bass walks or chord movement, right, is think of your target notes. So our starting target note is 1st fret 2nd string, that's our C. Our ending note is open 3rd string, G. So however we get down there, or, think of how, don't worry so much about the notes at first. Think of where you're trying to get to. And however you get there and however long it takes you, that can be up to a specific walk, because you can walk slower, or you can walk faster. It really depends on how much time you have. But if you think about it in terms of your target notes, you know where you need to get to, and then you just have to figure out, okay, how much time do I have to fill to get there? So that's a better way to think about your walks, because it's more important that you get down to your 3rd string. It doesn't matter how you get down there. What really matters is that you get to your target note, okay? So measure 6 one more time. And then the melody there goes up, right? Right there. The melody is on the high string, on the G. So So we're gonna go down low and play the open 3rd string and then do a 2-5 slide on the 4th string. Very classic bluegrass. 4-3-1 are my strings, T-I-M, and then 5-3-1. So we have, let's do that a few times. So try your walks both directions, remember. There's lots of songs where you go from G to C, right? And you could use that walk. So let's do measure 7 one more time. And then measure 8's another fill on a G, open 3rd string. Pinch the outside strings. And then we're gonna do a slide on the 3rd string, 2 to 3 slide on the 3rd string with a forward roll, T-I-M. And then one more 5th string. And then that's gonna get us back up to our C. And we're gonna have to use our index finger of our right hand. So we have, let's do 7 and 8 together. And remember, the melody there is just a long note. So that's a perfect spot also to fill up with some banjo licks. You know, you could do. Another classic one would be that Scruggs fill lick. You could do that for like measure 7. And then play 8 as written. But try measure 7 as written too, that works well. So you have. Now measure 9.